So, been a while. If you're wondering why I haven't uploaded in a while, it's because I am very, very, very busy right now. And I'll probably be pretty busy till maybe the end of the year, or maybe even early next year, but yeah, so uploads from now on will probably be pretty sporadic. I won't be sticking to a schedule anymore, so yeah, just a small little warning, in case you miss my voice. But yeah, let's get it out of the way. So today we're gonna be talking about something that has really intrigued me for like quite a while since it was shown in the first place, and that would be this little guy right here. This is the FlipForge palette, and what I got was the premium version, but the basic one, which I think is like nearly half the price. I think the basic one is $50. The regular palette and the palette premium flip exactly the same, if I'm not wrong. They just have different customization options. So everything that I say regarding the palettes flipping will, apply to both types. But yeah, let's talk about this. So firstly, let's talk about what comes with the palette. So the palette comes in this little cardboard box with the FlipForge print, which was really faded, I don't know why. But anyways, inside the box, you also get this nice little palette sticker. I haven't stuck it on anything yet because my case, I'm still using the little Nabali's case, but if I eventually get a bigger case, this is definitely going on. Sick design, I love it. And it also comes with a bits, I think it's T8, I'm not sure, but it matches the color of your palette. So, the palette is not a regular plastic balisong like the rest of FlipForge stuff. So if you've seen the edit light, you will know that FlipForge is pretty innovative of how they do like plastic bellies, because they are not really plastic bellies. They are essentially like metal encased in plastic. So if I'm not wrong, the palette has like a whole stack of metal, how do I say? It's like a chunk of metal inside here. And same goes for the handles, which you can actually see if you like shine it on the light, like really bright light. If you get a pretty light color like yellow, you can kind of see the frame. And the fact that there's so much metal inside means that this isn't light, like it's not as light as other plastic bellies, as say for example the Squiddy. It's quite a bit heavier than them, but it's still lighter than metal. So if I'm not wrong, the palette weighs in at around 3 ounces, which is light for sure, but it's not super light, so you would not get Squiddy syndrome from this. So when I flipped my Squiddy clone, after I flipped it for like maybe half a day, when I got home I swapped back to my Superfly, which is, kind of on the heavier side, and holy crap, it was so disorienting at the start. And that's just because regular plastic bellies are very light. But the fact that FlipForge has put so much metal in the palette, the edit and the edit light, makes it so that this is a much more natural transition between this and your regular metal bellies. However, that also takes away from the fact that, plastic is plastic, so it's safer to it's easier to get on flights, like with your carry-on luggage. So if you want to take the palette with you, you probably have to put it in a case in your check-in luggage, but still. So, plastic flippers are really brightly colored most of the time, which makes them good public flippers. So for example, the Squiddy A is like amber handles with black, like really friendly looking blade, and that makes it a decent public flipper. But even though the palette can be like given really vibrant and friendly colors, which I definitely did not do, but even if you give it really friendly colors, it does not exactly make for a great public flipper, from what I've seen at least, and that's because of durability. So the fact that there's so much metal inside here means that, it's not like fully plastic through and through, it's just a frame. That means this is going to be more prone to breaks, along with the fact that this is 3D printed, and 3D prints are not always the same. So for example, one person's palette might survive like a million drops on the hardwood, and yours might break in one hit. That might be an exaggeration, but still. 3D prints are not consistent in durability, so that is something you need to take note of. So if you decide to take your palette and use it as a public flipper, durability is something you need to watch out for. Now, in my personal experience, my pellet has held up pretty well. I've had it for about 2 days now. And I've dropped it onto marble, concrete, hardwood, I would say less than 20 times. And it's still holding up really well. I could see a few marks here and there, but other than that, it's really good. Okay, now let's get on to the actual flipping side of things. So the blade I have here is the chisel, or crescent blade from the Edit. So the chisel blade is the most neutral of all the blades. I haven't had the opportunity to try the other FlipForge blades, but I can definitely say this is very, very neutral, at least from my perspective. Compared to, say, my Superfly, I think this is basically a pretty similar balance. So yeah, pretty neutral. So that helps in a lot of different tricks. Like, for example, the fan on the pellet is amazing. It's so flat, look at it. It's extremely flat, but it still carries enough momentum for stuff like chaplins and rollovers, as you can see. And, whoops. And the pellet, oh my god. And the pellet actually has some better the words. And the pellet actually has some pretty good jimping. It goes pretty deep, and it goes decently high up. So it's better for like your ladder tracks. Okay, that was terrible, but you get the idea. Jimping's good, balance is good, fans well, rollover well, carries momentum very well, looks cool as hell. Just get yourself a pellet, like seriously. Okay, so as I've said in the beginning of this video, I am very busy, right? But the reason I took the time out of my day to make a video on the pellet is because there is basically nothing on it. The only videos are from Ethan on Blade Bias and Buffness, and they are great videos. But you know, that's only two perspectives, and I will hope that more people who own the pellet will make videos about them, because it is quite an enigmatic battle song. There's not a lot of Reddit posts, there's not a lot of YouTube videos, not a lot of it shown on Instagram as well stories, so yeah, if you own a pellet, make a video. It can really help somebody with their purchase decision. But yeah. So flipping and looks aside, and public flipping aspects, let's talk about the biggest gripe that people can have with the pellet, and that's the price. So I'm just gonna say right out of the bat, I think the pellet is reasonably priced, but I can also see why people might think that it is unreasonable. So the pellet is, from some people's perspectives, just a regular plastic belly song, which it definitely is not. So if you look at it as a regular plastic belly, being $100 with the dual tone blade is absolutely ridiculous. But you need to remember the really like unique implementation of metal weights. So that really accounts for a lot of the price, at least from what I think. And on top of that, this cannot be like just mass produced, have a bunch of them ready to go, just ship them, right? Because they are fully customized. So FlipForge, whatever his name is, has to take the time out of his day to fulfill each order separately. And that takes a lot of time. And time costs money. Why? Opportunity costs. So I can see why these are priced not so high, why these are priced as such. Even then, this is really not that expensive compared to Squid products, which I think are overpriced. And you are definitely getting a much better belly over here. Now, if you have like cheaper options available to you, and customization is not a big thing to you, I would say maybe not steer clear of the pellet, right? I think the pellet's still really good. But if you're just looking for a regular belly and you want a normal flipping experience, the pellet is very standard, but I think you can get something much better, much more durable for the price, such as the Orion. The Orion is cheaper than the pellet. The cheese is about the same price. The cheese is also cheaper than the pellet. But yeah, for the price you can get a lot of technically better bellies, but you will be losing out on the customization that FlipForge offers. So all in all, final verdict, I think the FlipForge pellet is really great. Does not make for a great public flipper, which is a shame because, you know, would have been nice. But that's just because of durability. But other than that, I think value is really good, flipping is really good. Tolerances honestly pretty good for plastic. It's like surprisingly good for plastic. And yeah, that's about it for now. And I will see you all next time. God knows whenever that is. Maybe next year. But yeah, that's about it for now. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.